Hello, this is Lorraine from Card Creations. Today I'm going to share a project with you on how to stamp on glossy cardstock and just a quick little technique on how I use my Copic markers. I am by far an amateur at working with my Copics, but just to get you started like I have, just going to do a little bit of coloring on the glossy cardstock. To begin with, I'm going to go through some of the items that you'll need to make this project. I have used a Stamp-A-Majig. You don't need it, but it does help position your image onto your cardstock. And it does come with the little corner tool and your imaging sheet. I have the Memento Tuxedo Black dye ink and my stamp of my elephants, and then I need an X-Acto knife or some type of cutting tool, and the markers that I've selected are two green markers, one's a light and one's a darker one, and then just a brown. If you need the colors, I'll list them on my blog at cardcreationsbylorraine.blogspot.com, and you'll be able to get that information from there. Also, I'm going to use these dewdrop markers, or dewdrop chalk ink, and one is in a blue and one is in a green. Now I've already gone ahead and stamped my image onto my glossy cardstock, and the way you use your Stamp-A-Majig, this is a nice tool when you want to make sure that you get your image exactly where you want it. And what I do is I stamp my image on my imaging tool first, ink it up, and then stamp it right in the corner, and that way when you get your cardstock you can figure out exactly where you want it. Then you get your tool and line up the corner of the imaging tool, and then ink your stamp up and then apply it to the corner, and you'll get it exactly where you want your image. I did that also on the same sheet, just in a different corner, with the little bit of foliage that I added to my picture here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is get a scrap piece of paper, and we're going to add some color for the sky in blue, and then some color down here with the green. So we'll go ahead and do the first color, blue, on the top, and I'm going to swirl around my ink in a circle and just come as far down as you want and just swirl it around. And then the next thing that you need to do is get a napkin and just remove some of that ink, and it just leaves a faint watercolor look onto your image. Now I think I'm going to go right about in here a little bit and add a little bit more blue because it just left an empty space for me. And just go right back and do the same thing again. And there you have a pretty blue sky. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the bottom to add some grass or some green foliage or a little bit of green color to the bottom. Just swirl it around like I did. And once again, use your napkin and remove some of the ink. And there you have, once again, that nice subtle color of your green. Okay. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and work on our greenery down at the bottom, and I'm not sure what the rule is as far as using your light colors or dark colors first, but I'm going to go ahead and use my dark color and just go in randomly and color in some of the leaves. Not going to be precise or anything, and then I'm going to add some little sprigs of grass, just flicking it up like this. make my own little sprigs of grass. And down in here maybe. And right about here. And that just kind of defines the area. It doesn't look like the elephant is floating in the air. Okay, then I'm going to go in and move and use my lighter color and just finish coloring some of the leaves. Here we go. And then, let's see, I guess I'll add a little bit of green here also for some textured color. And then I want to also add a little bit of brown for some depth. Maybe some of the stems, and right in here towards the bottom of my little sprigs of grass. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Maybe right in here I missed a few pieces. Okay, I like that. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is get my X-Acto knife, and as you can see on this finished card, I cut his ears and bent them back, and it gives your whole card a three-dimensional look. Oh, my dogs are acting up again. I'm sorry. I hope you can hear me. So, I got my glasses on. I'm going to come in here and start cutting around the elephant's ear. Just right on the black line where you stamped. And you do need a brand new and very sharp knife to do this. I had a dull knife and got a poor cut, so changed my blade out and it works super. Okay, so let's go in and see how that just moves forward. Allows you to move it forward. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and do the large ear on the other side. Let's see. And I'm just going to begin right here at the tip of his ear. And you don't have to follow all the contours of the ear, just there's a lot of little bends on his ear, so I just basically just follow around just the basic shape of the ear. And then I'd like to do the little elephant's ear, this little cute little baby elephant. Do part of his ear, same technique, just follow around. And I think we got it. There we go. And you can also get this, I forgot to get like a thinner edge on a paintbrush or something like that to curl your ears of your elephant. And goodness, I hope I was in the picture. Here we go. There we have the technique that I've been wanting to share with you, and I went ahead and made a card with this and just lined the back of the glossy cardstock in a kind of an animal print mat, and just remember that you'll be able to see behind his ears, so if you want a certain color to show through, then you can be sure to use that on your mat. So there we go. How to stamp on shiny cardstock and add a three-dimensional look to your project. Thanks for watching.